Someone said let's pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They don't be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. Photo now. But for now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more.
Yes, my peoples, man. Just checking that Fabrizio ain't done nothing else. Yeah, just have to check Fabrizio ain't come and updated something before the show. Because you know I can't even put my man on there's no way I can put Fabrizio on notifications, but his notifications are crazy. He'll give you notifications telling you, yeah, this person's followed this person on Instagram. It's crazy, bro. I can't put my man on notifications. So yeah, man, let's get straight into it, man. You know me already. Man United. I cover all the news, bro. So I'm going to break it down, everything that's going on. Laurie Whitwell came out today and spoke and said a few things on his podcast, Talk of the Devil. So I'm going to get into that right straight away so we can all see what's happening. So we all start with Mbeumo. He basically just spoke about the current situation with Mbeumo and said, listen, on the situation currently with Mbeumo, there's still optimism around it. Brian Mbeumo wants it and made it clear to Brentford, Tottenham and Man United. It's a point where I don't think United want to be seen or be paying over the odds for the player when they are tight on finances. Remember, we had money for the lap, which was 30 million. Now, we've gone from having to pay 30 million. Now we're trying to pay double in 60 million. So we're not really trying to go too mad on money right now, but obviously we want to buy him in it. There's going to be a crunch point at some point soon. The 7th of July is when most players are expected back for pre-season. What does Mbeumo do when he's supposed to report in for Brentford? This is when he might start acting up, might start downing tools because they are kind of taking the piss. So I think this last bid, when it goes in, we're going to know what's going on from there. Yo, are they taking the piss or not? The second bid that David Ornstein reported, 55 plus 7, which adds up to 62.5, which is the same fee we paid for Cunha. Brentford were pitching for the higher fee than Cunha because they're saying, look at Mbeumo's stats. He got 20 goals last season, 8 assists. Cunha only got 15, blah, blah, blah. And they were talking about Spurs bidded 70 million, which was being used by Brentford as a gauge. But Spurs are denying of bidding the 70 million. We know that Spurs bid was fake. We all know that. It never happened. So what is the point? So obviously it's come out now from David Ornstein and it's been told to Laurie, the Spurs bid's fake. So Brentford are playing games where they're saying, boy, Spurs are bidding 70 million. So what are you saying? Are you going to match this or, bro? If Spurs are bidding 70 million, let him go to Spurs then. Spurs, there wasn't no bid. There wasn't no bid. And Mbeumo has said he doesn't want Spurs. So let's be reasonable now. Let's have a grown-up conversation and let's just make this happen. I reckon 62, 65 million will get this deal done. If we give 60 million up front and give them 5 million add-ons, I reckon they'll get it done. It's the fact that we gave them 55 plus the 7. Remember, that 7 is not 100% that they'll get it, you know, that's add-ons. It could be stuff like Mbeumo has to score 20 goals in the Champions League. Mbeumo, we have to finish in the top 5. Add-ons are difficult. It might be Ballon d'Or. You'll give it 3 million. Basically, he has to have a super season for all the add-ons to be achieved. That we wouldn't even care that we're paying for it because he had a super season. That's how add-ons work. So they want it to make sense. Do you understand? They want it to make sense for them. So that 55 plus 5 is not going to work. We give them 60 up front and a 5 million in add-ons, 65 in total. I think that's fair. When you look at the transfer market, Joe Pedro has gone for 60. He's got 10 goals, 5 penalties. Come on, man. The people that are going on are Kudus. Kudus got 5 goals, 4 assists. He's got 85 million. It's gone mad now. I'll take Mbeumo for 65 all day. So that's the situation. 70 million spin. A spin story. Oh, you think they've spun the story? What do you reckon? Oh, the Tottenham bid. Yeah, the Tottenham bid was fake, man. It was all fake, Martin, 100%. There was no 70 million bid from Tottenham. And David Ornstein has come out and said, Tottenham sources close to me are telling me there was no bid. So that was Brentford's way of trying to put something out there to make it look like there's a bidding war going on for us to come and bid 70 as well. We're not going to bid 70. He's came out in public and said he only wants Man United. Simple. Do you know what I'm saying? The ball's in our court. We're going to offer them one more thing. If they don't take it, Mbeumo might look at that and say, you lot are taking the piss, bruv. They're offering you lot what you lot want. You said you want Cunha money, which was 62.5. We've offered the 62.5, and you still haven't gave us. You're still acting up. So I don't know, man. It's crazy. But yeah, that's the situation with Mbeumo. Laurie Whitwell's come out today on his podcast and said all of this. He's basically saying it's optimism. So it should happen, but they're taking the piss, Brentford. We're giving them what they want. They just keep upping it. Every day it's basically going up because they're looking at other transfers. They're trying to use fake rumours. It's a bit of a shit show right now, but it should happen, he said. So hopefully this one ends up going true to the wire and we get Mbeumo. He also spoke about Ollie Watkins, and he basically said Ollie Watkins is on the list. They are considering that. Watkins' situation at Villa is an interesting one. They were open to selling him to Arsenal in January. Villa wanted 60 million. Arsenal valued him at 40 million. So maybe the price ultimately, but maybe might be too much for United's blood at this point. If they do push forward with a pursuit, we're not paying 60 million for Watkins. He's only got basically one more. He's got no resale value, and if he gets one more contract, say we buy him for 5 years, he's finishing our club at 32, 33. He's 29, so he will finish at 32, 33. There's nothing we can do. We can't sell him on after that. He'll go Saudi or something. So we can't pay 60 million for someone that's just gonna have 3-4 seasons and that's it. It's not gonna happen. I'm told that contact has been made in terms of checking out what that might look like. So what the situations will be. United first asked about Ollie Watkins in 2020 before he went to Aston Villa. And that was the club asking to be kept informed on any developments, but not acting upon those developments. We're now 5 years on. And another point here is that Ruben Amorim wants Premier League players. He wants proven players. We've seen what's happened with young Garnacho, Hojlund that's come from Serie A, and all of these Antonys. They're not proven. And you can see, and he knows that Ruben, this is bust for him. He needs to get this right this season, or he's probably going to end up walking. So he wants Premier League proven, and you can tell by the Mbeumo and the Cunha, us changing our whole thing, because we was doing this young boy thing, going for project signings and all of that. They've said, nah, we need some proven players right now. This is not a window where you're going to see substantial signings of the likes of Hojlund, who are not ready to play in the Premier League immediately. So we want some proven players now. It's good to see that this is who they're going for now. They're going for proven players. Well, we're not going to sit here and say, oh, he's just come from the Dutch league, give him 6 months. Oh, he's just come from Italy. We ain't got time for that. They should hit the ground running and let's go. Do you understand? If you're getting Mbeumo and Cunha, they might go 2-3 games without scoring or nothing, but really they should be still making an impact because they're already used to this league. They know what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? But if you get someone else, and like look at Xerxes, for example. Xerxes came in, his first couple of months was poor. Everyone was like, get rid of this geezer. What's he doing? He got booed at Old Trafford. And then he got to January. Juventus wanted him. Remember, his old manager is at the Juventus Motta. Everyone's like, if he goes, we understand why he's going. He's been poor. He never went. He said, no way. And then he turned it around. And now Xerxes, a lot of people love him. Xerxes has to stay. Hojlund has to go. But look at that situation. Like, this is why you got to give people time when they come from a different country. Like, it comes, 1 minute you're looking at them and saying, this guy is the best guy I've seen. Next minute you're printing. Look at Garnacho season before last. Everybody was like, Garnacho's going to be a star. He's the guy who's coming off the bench. He's doing everything. This season, everyone wants him gone. Everyone's literally like fed up with him. He misses so much chances. He's got arrogance. He's got an ego. But the season before last, he was the guy. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, some people, you got to give them time. But when you're coming from a Prem-proven club, when you're Prem-proven, when you're coming from the Prem already, and you're at your prime ages, that burden comes off. We don't need to give you time. You got to come now. Hit the ground running now. So that's the situation with that Dumfries to 25. I just see that, 25 million. I see Barcelona's looking at him, innit? He's not too bad still, Dumfries. especially wing back role, what he was playing for Inter. He's always scoring or assisting. He will go, mate, because he will be an amazing sign, mate. Will he go, mate, because he will be an amazing signing? Yeah, he would be, man. Talk about Mbeumo. Mbeumo would be an amazing signing, but they're just playing around with the money, man. They're talking about bids that wasn't even made. Brentford's trying to squeeze every last penny out of us. So that's the situation with Brentford. And this is the situation with Watkins. Basically, he's been on our list since 2020. Arsenal bid is 60 million for and 40 million for him in January. They said they wanted 60. They're still asking for 60 till now. But we don't know what's gonna happen. Watkins is open to coming out. They were open to selling them to Arsenal in January. Are they open to selling them now? Who knows? We're gonna see what happens with Watkins. Remember, he's a backup to like Gyökeres, so we got to see how that one unfolds. Then we got the freedom fighter. Finally, we got some movement happening with him. Obviously, Fabrizio just came out a minute ago and said something. I'll get into that. But Jadon Sancho's move to Juventus is imminent, with Manchester United and Juventus reportedly agreeing on a 25 million fee. I don't know how true that is because I ain't heard nothing about the fee being agreed, but that's from Alfredo Padula. Oh, yeah. We've agreed with everyone. That's not nothing new. Everyone knows. Just get your personal terms with him, and we want 25 million. So that's not nothing new. We've agreed a fee with basically the whole world. You want to get Sancho, just come pay the 25 million. So he's basically saying it in a weird clickbait way. The way he's saying it is like, we've just agreed with them. Let's go. No, he's saying Jadon Sancho's move to Juventus is imminent because Jadon Sancho is getting close to Juventus. And Man United and Juventus have already spoke about the fee and they know it's 25 million. But the way he's trying to say it, reportedly agreeing as if like they've agreed just now. It's not that breaking news like that. So that's what Alfredo's saying. Then you just got Team Talk that came out and said Jadon Sancho is reportedly pushing for a transfer to Juventus and has agreed to have a pay cut. So that's the situation with Sancho. Juventus lead the race. Napoli was in it, but they dropped out. They said this guy's playing games. Fenerbahce was in it. They dropped out. So literally the only team that's in it now is Juventus. If Juventus don't take Sancho, we are boss. It's literally Juventus or nothing. And if you look at what they're trying to build up over there, because you got Jonathan David, who got a here we go today, and he's gonna be their new up front. So you got Jonathan David, and with Vlahovic, they're doing what they're doing up there. Sancho's got the left spot. Yildiz in the middle, Conceição. It looks like a good team. I can't lie. And like I said to you that before anyway, I reckon they will cook regardless anyway. Wherever Sancho goes, wherever Hojlund goes, Rashford, Garnacho, any of these players go abroad, there's so much space that they will cook regardless. I just don't like seeing the revisionism. That's it. Let them go. Let them have their time. If you like them, be happy for them. But don't be, why did we sell him? We can all see what's happening with Sancho. He's not done nothing in the Prem. He hasn't lit up the Prem. Chelsea fans didn't cry when he left. No one really cares. So if he goes, good on him. See you later, mate. Then that 300k, whatever you're on wages, we can save that and put it on someone else that's actually going to play. That's the situation. But that front four does look good, though. Conceição's a baller. Yildiz. Jonathan David, I don't really rate him too much, but for free, you can't really go wrong. And they got Vlahovic as well. So that looks like a good front four. But Jadon Sancho is pushing for the transfer and he took a pay cut and he looks like he's going to finalise it. And obviously, this is all what's just come out recently at 8 o'clock. But there was all this talk about Jadon Sancho earlier. And it basically said Jadon Sancho is now willing to reduce his wage demands to join Juventus. That's from Eurosport. Sky Sports came out today and said there's now optimism for a deal to be concluded between Jadon Sancho and Juventus. The player is open for the move to Italy. And then Damasio, who's an Italian journalist, said Juventus are insisting with Jadon Sancho. Positive contacts have taken place. And then you had Alfredo Padula saying a full agreement between Sancho and Juventus is now close. The deal will accelerate in the next few days. Juventus and United are aligned with the 25 million fee. So everyone knows we want 25 million. You don't just sort out what you got to sort out with Sancho. Bring us our 25 million and you can take him, mate. So it's looking very positive with Sancho that, listen, this geezer's going to end up going. You understand? And I just can't see why he'll go Juventus over Napoli. Napoli looks like a better project, but who cares where he goes? As long as he goes, like I said, he's on like $1 million, 1.2 mil every month. We can save that, put that onto, we can go and buy a striker if Sancho goes and give him half his wage or something like that. So, yeah, man, it's positive, man. It's positive. It's the first time it's been positive news on Sancho, that everything's positive, because everyone else has always been, his wage is too much. They're stalling because of his wage. Now it's Jadon Sancho is willing to reduce his wage demands to join Juventus. He's willing to reduce his wage. That's a big line there. And everything. Sky Sports is in England. DiMaggio's in Italy. Eurosport, I don't know where they are. It says IT, that might be Italy. I don't know. Mick Ruby, Alfredo, Padula, fuck knows. So you've got people, journalists all over the place saying basically more or less the same thing. Positive contacts. Sancho's open. He wants to reduce his wage. Full agreement is coming. It's close. It's not happened yet, but it's close. So that's the situation with the freedom fighter. He's close to getting his freedom. Yeah, and we're close to getting our freedom, because as soon as he goes, we can go out and get another striker or a next player. And this is what I'm trying to show a lot of people. A lot of people are saying, why are we not buying players? We've been focusing on this Mbeumo deal for about a month, and we have to sell before we buy. That's what people need to understand. So it's crazy. And then obviously there's been reports that if Sancho goes, we might do like a swap deal. They offered us Vlahovic, Timothy Weah, and Douglas Luiz. So this is Douglas Luiz. Man United appreciate Douglas Luiz's profile, and he could become a key piece in Juventus's move for Jadon Sancho. So they're trying to do a swap deal. I like Douglas Luiz. When he was playing for Villa, I think he was a good player. I don't even know why he left and went there. The only problem, the only concern I've got with Douglas Luiz is his injury record is a bit spooky. All of this is all last year, literally. This is last year of Douglas Luiz's injury record. So look at it. Hamstring muscle injury. He missed 6 games, 41 days out. Muscle fatigue, 9 days, 2 games he missed. Muscular problems, 1 day. Rest, because I don't know if he's too tired or something. Muscle fatigue, 49 days. He missed 10 games. So that's the only reason I'm a bit on thing. Do you know what I mean? On Douglas Luiz. That's the only reason I'm preying him a bit. I like him as a player. He's good. For Villa, he was a baller. He scores goals. He runs up and down. He's got energy. He was a good tackler. But look at that. That's all in 1 year. How much games is that? That's 10, 6, 16, 18. That's 20 games he missed. 20 games he missed for Juventus last year. That's just last year. I'm not even looking at the rest. I don't know about last year, the year before last. So that's my only problem with Douglas Luiz, like we're saying. Remember though, Mazzarri had a bad injury record in Bayern. And since he's come to us, I don't think he's been injured once. So it happens, innit? Sometimes you go to a different club, do you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, you got to be mindful. This all happened last year. It's not like it happened the year before, or it's on and off. It's constant. Do you know what I'm saying? Look at that, 49 days, 41 days, 9 days, 9 days, 3. That's crazy, babe. That's crazy. That's over 100 days injured. That's madness. So, yeah, he missed 20 games last season for injury. That's my only concern. Apart from that, Douglas Luiz is a baller. If we can do a swap deal with someone over there, it'll be Conceição or Douglas Luiz. We wouldn't be able to swap Yildiz for Sancho. It wouldn't happen. Your Conceição and a little bit of money on top, or Douglas Luiz. But the injury is the only thing that just makes me go, ooh. But yeah, that's his injury record. He's been linked with us. He might be involved in a Sancho swap deal. And then maybe they don't pay no money, but they got to sort out his wages. Because Douglas Luiz ain't going to be on a massive wage. He came from Villa to Juventus. It ain't going to be nothing too crazy. So that's the situation with Douglas Luiz and Sancho. We're going to move on to Rasmus Hojlund. Laurie Whitwell's come out today and had the little interview that he done on the Talk of the Devils, and he says Rasmus Hojlund is more likely to leave Manchester United than stay this summer as it stands. And that is the first that's come out about Rasmus Hojlund leaving, because he's been coming out himself, putting out little things. I'm due to stay. I'm contracted for a few years. And now it's been shut out. You've gone mad. You're not staying. So at least upstairs know, yo, you've got to go. They've forced them out, basically. It would also more likely be a permanent sell than a loan. We don't want a loan. It's been set up for ages now that Inter Milan are involved. Look at the article on the right, which is from Fabrizio Romano, and that's on the 28th of June, yeah? So about a couple of days ago, let's say. Still no agreement between Inter Milan and Manchester United for Rasmus Hojlund. They want a loan with an option to become an obligation with quite easy conditions. We're saying no. We want a permanent transfer. So they're trying to have like an obligation, like, let us get a loan, and if he plays 10 games, then we'll turn it into a obligation. They might not play him for 10 games. They've got about 5 strikers. Taremi, Thuram, Martinez. They just signed the geezer called Bonnie from Parma. We don't even know if he's going to play. So we're not trying to get fooled. It's like Sancho. See what happened with us with Sancho, where they opted out for 5 mil? We're not trying to do that no more. Just give us the money, see you later. A loan ain't going to do nothing for us as well because he's on a low wage. Remember that. So someone like Hojlund, we need the money. Someone like Sancho, we don't need the money. We need the wage gone. You see the difference? Sancho's on a big wage. Get rid of him for free if you can and save the wages. Someone like Hojlund hasn't got no wage money like that to split it on a loan. So we need the money for him. See you later. That's the difference. So Fabrizio says that Inter Milan want a loan and they want to basically make an obligation. We're saying, fuck that. We want a permanent transfer. And Laurie Whitwell's come out today and said Rasmus Hojlund is more likely to leave Man United than stay in the summer as it stands. It would also more likely be a permanent sell than a loan. So both Laurie Whitwell, who is very reliable for Man United news, and Fabrizio, both saying the same thing. Inter want a loan. We want him gone forever. Yeah, get this geezer out of here. Rasmus Hojlund needs to go. It's crazy, bruv. Let me get some of these Rasmus ones. Rasmus' problem is not goal drought, but it's his attitude and lack of first touch, bruv. It's a lot of things, man. It's a lot of things with him. We'll get into this one now. Basically, this is what Fabrizio just put up on his Twitter just now. As you can see, the time 9:59. So just an hour ago, he's basically put, after Jonathan David deal done, Juventus have called Manchester United and Jadon Sancho's camp again this week. Fenerbahce are out of the race and never been in concrete talks. Juventus made contact to discuss conditions of the deal. More clubs have also reached out to Jadon Sancho's camp. And then he's spoken about Onana. There's no real expectation that Andre Onana is going to move on this summer. And that's because nobody wants the geezer. Yeah, it's not that we're not pushing him out. Nobody wants him. And he's on a big wage. And then Fabrizio has gone on his Facebook and put, here we go, is coming. I don't know what that's about. It could be for anyone. It could be for us. He said that on his Facebook. Then he went on his Twitter and put this about Sancho. I'm not trying to put 2 and 2 together, but I just thought I'll share it because we don't know what's happening. It could be for Arsenal. It could be for fucking West Ham. Who knows? But he just put it there. So I thought, let you lot see what's going on. So yeah, basically Sancho, all these little rumors we've been seeing basically today about Sancho, it's basically true. That's what he's basically saying. So all of this stuff that is positive, full agreement is close with the personal terms, blah, blah, blah. It's positive talks from DiMarzio. Sky Sports is talking about it. But he's going to reduce his wage. It's all come out today. And he's basically just telling us that that is all true. What else came out about him? This, Sancho's move to Juventus is imminent. Sancho's took a wake up. Juventus are ahead of Napoli. Napoli's not involved anymore. Team talk. So everything he's basically saying to us is, yep, it's true. They have made contact. They do want the freedom fighter. They are trying to give him freedom. Hopefully he goes along with it and gets the freedom he deserves and wants, because he really wants to go. So please make it happen, Sancho. Don't bottle this one and just go, brother. Yeah, we're tired. Literally, every day I'm here talking about Sancho and something always goes wrong about his wage. It'll be so close. So it'll be like Napoli's talking to Sancho. They really like him. It's about to go through. It collapses because of his wage. You don't want to drop his wage. So finally, we've got a team that's sitting there and saying, We're going to give you time. And they're talking it out. And he's dropping his wage as well, which is positive. So we're going to see what happens with Sancho. But, yeah, that's the situation. Xerxes is a real intelligent footballer. He obviously needs more quality around him, mate. It would be very good with more goals. Yeah, if you put Mbeumo and Konya behind him and he could do the interchange thing, because Xerxes could play as a 10 as well, we'd be interested to see where that happens, man. But that would be good. And that's what I'm saying. We get a proper striker, Hojlund goes, and we have the proper striker, the number 9, and then Xerxes as a backup, and then they're switching it up. It'll be very nice. It'll be neat still. Xerxes is a baller. But I don't think he's a number 9, a pure number 9. What are the Glazers doing with the money? The so-called richest club in the world. Mate, I don't even talk about the Glazers no more. They're never going to leave. You know what I'm saying? I just like the way the new regime is going for prime players now. They're not doing the project thing no more, trying to get Hojlund or trying to go buy some unknown players that we've never heard of. None of us knew Anthony before they went for him. Hojlund, we never knew these geezers. At least they're going for some prem-proven players right now. Sancho heading to Juve. Other than Chelsea, it's actually a better move. Go Sanchini. Yeah, but I hope he goes there, man. I think, look, if I show you the thing, look at that front four. That front four does look like a mean team for Juventus. And remember, it's slow over there, you know. It's a slow lead. They've got 37-year-old defenders. He will cook over there. Jonathan David's a bit pacey. Vlahovic as well. Sancho, Conceição, Yildiz. It's a nice little front four. 100%. He will cook over there still. But I think any of our players will cook in these leagues anyway. If Rashford goes to Barca or Bayern Munich, Anthony goes back to Betis, Hojlund could go into Milan, wherever they go, there's so much space in these leagues. I don't know why. Every time I watch it, Barcelona and that, they just got so much. It's like they could just kick the ball and just chase after the ball. So Garnacho, Martinelli, them type of players, Pedro Neto, that just run down with their head down, they'll have a field day in these leagues. So I think Sancho will be all right. You'll have more time on the ball. Look at the Prem. So you're getting pressed at 100 miles per hour the moment you got the ball in your feet. Sancho can't handle the Prem, but you go there, it's so slow, the Italian league. The defenders are like, they're older. It's a slow league. He'll have the ball in his legs for ages. People are making runs. He'll do his thing, man. But I just don't like revisionism. Let him go over there. You saw what he was on here. Freedom fighter. He couldn't handle it. Chelsea fans are not crying that he's left. We don't care about him. Let him go there, do what he needs to do. If he balls, whatever. Let's not do the revisionism. Let's not start crying after 3 months. Oh, why did we sell him? Oh, look at what he's doing over there. Bro, just do what you're doing. All the best, bro. Do you understand? We've moved on. It is what it is. That's what United fans need to stop doing. We keep crying all the time. Every player that leaves us, they have a little good moment. We cry. Oh, McTominay. Oh, Wan-Bissaka. Oh. Bro, just allow it. Do you understand? That's what, as a fan base, a lot of people need to stop. So let him go, man. He's not working. He's not even going to play. Get out of it, bro. Do you understand? And then just do your thing. I hope he balls out over there. Do your thing, man. Good on you. If Juve want them out, we should be suspicious. You reckon? But they want Vlahovic. Yeah, Vlahovic has been poor as well. And they want Vlahovic out. But then you could say that about every club, though. If you know what I'm saying. Red Devil United, man. Every club. You know what I mean? You could say that about. But they want Vlahovic gone because of his wage. He's on 310k a week. They want Douglas Luiz gone. I don't know why. And they want Timothy Weah gone. And obviously, I've showed you about Douglas Luiz. Maybe this is why they want him gone. This geezer, Man United appreciate Douglas Luiz's profile. He can become a key piece in Juventus' move for Sancho. But when you look at his injury record, he has missed a load of games. He's missed 20 games in 100 days. That is a lot of games, and that's all 24, 25. If I bring up his whole sheet, he might have a longer one. Do you understand? So, yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But this is the situation with Douglas Luiz. I'll take Douglas Luiz as well. He's a baller. But it's just, this looks mad as an injury record. 41 days hamstring, muscle fatigue, muscular problems. These are just random ones as well, you know. Muscle fatigue, like muscular problems. These are just random ones. Hamstring, of course, you know when it happens or whatever. But come on, man. It looks a bit mad. So that's the situation with him. Like I said, Rasmus Hojlund, look, he's definitely leaving, mate. He's gone. He's been coming out here, putting his chest out. Yeah, I'm staying. I've got 3 years left. Blah, 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 bro. It didn't work out. Go to Inter Milan. Do what you got to do. I'm surprised Inter even won him. They still got Taremi, Martinez, Thuram. They just signed a geezer called Bonnie from Parma. Now they want Rasmus. I don't know why they want so much strikers, bro. I don't know what they're trying to build over there, what competitions they're trying to play with 5 strikers. But they really want him, but they keep talking about loans. Laurie Whitwell just come out and said, we want to sell him permanently. He's going. He's more likely permanent sell than a loan. His days are numbered. Fabrizio said 4 days ago, still no agreement between Inter Milan and Manchester United for Rasmus Hojlund, but they want a loan with an option to become obligation with easy conditions. But remember what happened with Sancho. We're not trying to take the bait no more. Easy conditions, mate. We told Sancho if they finish in the top 14, Sancho becomes permanent. But they had some next type of loophole where they could opt out for 5 million. Bro, forget these obligations, bro. Man United insist on permanent transfer. They ain't got time for it no more. You try and find a loophole, you bring back Hojlund, we're back here next year. Same position. Allow it. We ain't got time for that. Please. Thank you for everything, Hojlund. You're a Man United fan. You're young. You come. You tried a little thing, but he wasn't ready. We done him wrong. We done him wrong with the Glazers and that. The way they set him up, it kind of failed him. You get me? He come in there. He's the only striker. Ronaldo's gone. All these strikers. So it is what it is. But, bro, we're here now. It is what it is. We got to move on. We want prime players now. Players that can go through now. Obviously, Ruben don't want to be sacked. So it is what it is, bro. I'll get into a few of the... Let me get a few of these messages and then bam. Sir Jim out. Useless. Worse than the Glazers. Only spin stories. He's not worse than the Glazers. Leon, you're getting mad with that one. No way. No one's worse than the Glazers. No one is worse than the Glazers. Sir Jim put in 200 million of his own money at least. And he bought a little structure where he can... At least we've got a little, you know, a sporting director and little things under at least that are making things happen. Glazers got their friends, some bankers, and said, yeah, come and run United. And we just overpaid for everyone. We had no structure. So, yeah, I don't think Sir Jim's worse than the Glazers. The Glazers are the worst, literally. I'm very happy. Goodbye to him. Oh, you talk about Sancho. Yeah, same, man. It's time. He has to go, man. He has to go. Like and subscribe. Yeah, man. Like and subscribe if you're here new, man. Man United, love for that, man. It's all you ever do. Every day you come in here, you tell everyone, like and subscribe. Yeah, big up yourself. Like and subscribe, man. We do this every day for you lot, man. 3 times a day. We'll keep you lot up to date with all the Manchester United news for the whole day. So make sure you like and subscribe. We do Matchday Vlogs. We do everything here. Yeah. Congrats on 600, bro. Metch here with the daily news and raw opinions. Come on, man. Love, man. Appreciate it, man. This is only the beginning, man. Watch when the matches come back and I start going to the games and that. It's going to go madder. This is only the beginning. Trust me. But love for that, Man United. Appreciate you. Juventus will win Serie A and Sancho will come play the season. Mark my words. Good on him. If he does, good on him. But I don't ever want him back here. Luiz is unprofessional. The dude wants sunny weather and parties. He will be sad in Manchester. Because, I know he was going out with that girl. What's her name? Alicia Emmett Lemon, whatever her name is. I don't think they go out anymore, though. But, mate, his injury record stinks. I'll tell you that. So, I don't know about him. This is what else that came out about Ollie Watkins today. Man United are stepping up their interest in Ollie Watkins. United had hoped to land Victor Gyökeres. But United are convinced Gyökeres has decided to join Arsenal ahead of them and have therefore switched their attention to Watkins. Man United are stepping up their interest in Ollie Watkins. He is open to a new challenge. Ruben Amorim sees Watkins as an ideal player to lead his attack. Aston Villa would want 60 million. That is madness. But United are unwilling to pay that much. Ruben views Watkins as ideal. Watkins is open to joining Old Trafford. Everyone's open to joining Old Trafford, apart from Gyökeres right now. But yeah, basically, Gyökeres is our main target. I think we're going to stick around for like a 2-3 weeks. Because remember, we got to sell at the moment anyway. So we're going to try and sell. While we're selling, we're waiting to see what's happening with Gyökeres. Is Arsenal going to go and bid for Sesko? Is Arsenal going to bid for Gyökeres? Remember, we're second fiddle in this situation. It's not ideal to be in shit, but it is what it is, isn't it? We finished 15th. We understand. The fact that we can even still attract these players and still have a chance is big anyway. So Gyökeres wants Arsenal, but when no one ain't sure if Arsenal want Gyökeres. So we got to see what happens with that. Soon as that's done, I reckon we'll wait about 2 weeks. If it goes longer than 2 weeks, we're going to say this is long. Pre-season starting, just get Watkins in. He is second fiddle. This geezer's not first. That's the situation. So, yeah, I think we're going to wait for Gyökeres for a few weeks and then we'll go for him. But, yeah, he's seen as he can come in, he can slot in. Obviously, I showed you his stats earlier. He scored 15 goals in his last 3 seasons in the Prem. That's impressive. He goes missing sometimes, don't get twisted, but at Man United, you can't have them days, man, to go missing. So I reckon he'll be a good addition, man. But I would rather, of course, the Gyökeres or the Ossimans. But like I keep saying, anyone is better than Rasmus Hojlund. And he scored 15 goals, this geezer, Watkins, in his last 3 seasons. Can't really complain if he's up front for Man United. It would have been underwhelming if we bought him first. But the fact that we can potentially have Cunha and then Mbeumo and then put him in front and he scored 15 goals in the last 3 seasons minimum, I'll take that all day. That's my situation on him. So, yeah, we're heavily linked. He's on the list now. It's come out from a few people. Fabrizio spoke about it. Laurie, Whitwell. So Watkins is on the list, basically. But we're going to see what happens with Gyökeres first. That's what it seems like. And then we've got... this came out earlier. Yeah, it's up to me to post this. I said I'm going to post it to show you lot because I like exposing people when they do madnesses. So Man United are due to submit a 3rd offer to sign Mbeumo for Brentford today. This came out from United District and United NAD. These geezers are good for the lineups. They'll give you the lineups like 5 hours before and they'll be like, rah, they're linked in. They got proper links in the club. Now they've tried to come out here and act like they got links for transfers and they're saying Bryan Mbeumo's bid will be today. That's what they said. Look at the time at the bottom of this. 2nd of July, 9:48. Manchester United are due to submit the 3rd offer to sign Bryan Mbeumo. A new bid will be today, blah, blah, blah. So these guys have got a good Man United channel on Twitter. A lot of people follow them. I like them because they leak the lineup sometimes and I'll know from early who starts. But, bro, they said that we're going to bid for Mbeumo today. I ain't seen no bid. I'm going to have a quick look to see if there's been any bid because it's nearly 12 o'clock. I can't see no bid, mate. So I reckon they're probably cancelled by the morning, mate. You know what I'm saying? They came out here with their chest out, talking all this smoke. Like, they got info and they ain't got no info. I don't get why people do that, bro. You've got a page to run. A lot of people come to your page. Just chill, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you coming in forcing stuff? Oh, we're going to bid for Mbeumo today. That's the easiest way to kill yourself. Look how much people interacted at 9:48. That's at 9:48, that the interaction, 141K. How much people have interacted now? You think people are going to forgive you for this? You've gone mad. What's going on, Slices? You good, yeah? I say Brian's bid will be on Friday, in my opinion. Bro, I hope it's in ASAP, man. I don't know. Like I said, Fabrizio came out and said, here we go soon, something. I don't know what he's talking about. I'm going to show you a lot of you lot in a minute. He's put, here we go soon, Brian and Fabrizio Romano, 25 minutes ago on Facebook. I don't know who he's talking about. I just went on his thing just now. He still hasn't got a thing. He still hasn't said, here we go to no one. So who knows? But yeah, long story short, with this situation, United NAD and United District, anytime they try and say something, you got to take it with a pinch of salt, mate. Yeah, you've killed yourself. You've come out here and said, no one put a gun to you, nothing. You just came out here and said, Man United are due to make the 3rd bid today. It's nearly 12 o'clock and there's been no 3rd bid. So I don't know what these guys are on. They get the lineup right sometimes. That's all I know them for. And that's all I'm going to keep them for. Now, I might not even bring their sources here. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. He is a fan, but obviously certain fans will have links. Like Sully's a fan. Sully will have links. Some certain fans will say certain things and it comes true. I've never heard United District come out and break news or United NAD. I've never heard of these guys, but they're blacklisted anyway. Yeah, I take them with a pinch of salt. And then we had the boy Rashi. Let me get into the boy Rashi. Basically, Sportbild, who is a good German outlet, came out and said Bayern Munich are the newest club interested in Marcus Rashford. His name is on the long list behind Barcola, Nico Williams, Leao, and Luis Diaz. Man United are auctioning around 45 million euros to let him go. Sportbild said that yesterday. And then we had basically Mundo Deportivo, who was a Spanish journalist that the Barcelona fan page was posted about, and basically says both Bayern and Barca have the same three names on their radar: Nico Williams, Marcus Rashford, and Luis Diaz. This morning, literally at 7 in the morning today, Sky Sports Leo, who's kind of reliable, he said Liverpool reject approach from Bayern Munich for Luis Diaz. He is not for sale, and that has been made clear to Bayern and Barcelona. Listen to this. Bayern and Barcelona have both now gone to Liverpool to bid for Diaz, and they've said he's not for sale. So Luis Diaz, just cross him off this list. He's not for sale. It's not going to happen. They're not even trying to hear what they want to say, nothing. Obviously, they'll probably want like 60, 70 million, but they're not even interested. So Luis Diaz, out of the three-man list, forget about him. Then you've got Nico Williams, who has agreed personal terms with Barcelona. That's more or less going to happen. And he's already said he wants Barcelona or he's not going to leave, because Athletic Club, they're trying to give him another contract. They love him. So it's either he goes to Barca or he stays. Arsenal's given up. Everyone else has given up. So when you look at this three-man list that Barcelona has put up in the middle, Luis Diaz ain't for sale. Nico Williams is more or less going to go Barca, or he's going to stay at Athletic Club. There's only Rashford left. Rashford is the cheapest on that list. This is what I'm saying. And the fact that Bayern's even gone for Luis Diaz, you've got money, mate. Do you understand? You weren't going to go for a loan. Let's be real. You've got money. Rashford's there. 45 million euros. He's the cheapest on that list. When you look at the first list, Barcola, he just won the PSG, proper French kid. Is he going to leave? I don't know. I ain't seen nothing about him being unhappy. Leao's meant to be 85 million. Is Bayern going to go and pay that? They could, but I don't know. So that's the list anyway. The Barca list, it looks like Rashford's the only guy left. On the Sportbild list, which is a German outlet, maybe they could go for Leao, maybe they can go for Barcola, but Rashford's there. So one or two of these clubs should take on Rashford, and they're two big clubs that can both pay his wages. The only trouble with this whole thing is, if you look at the bottom right, and it says, this came out today earlier on, Marcus Rashford has not yet shown any willingness to accept a pay cut. Bayern have asked for terms of a deal. That's from Rob Dawson, who is very reliable as well. So he's not letting it be known right now he wants to take a pay cut. He's not on it. So Rashford's sitting there right now and saying, let me see what they're coming with first. Last resort, I'll take a pay cut. That's what Sancho done. Sancho waited. Napoli came. He bottled it. They said, we're not going to wait around forever. Fenerbahce, Chelsea, all these clubs came in for Sancho. Said, this guy's wages is too mad. Now he's took a wage cut for Juventus. So sometimes it needs for clubs to come and say, yo, you've gone mad, for you to turn around and go, all right, I'm going to take a wage cut. But he's dreaming to go Barca. He's been twerking for them for months. He went on an interview the other day, Lamine Yamal, yeah, I want to play with the best. Yeah, it's nice. He's twerking. He might even know Spanish already. You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't want to take a pay cut yet. Bayern have asked for the details. Harry Kane's there. I know they've got a little bond, like, he could go over there. So it's promising to see anyway that there's another club involved for Rashford now. It was only Barca. Barca were moving like they ain't got no money. They came out to us and said, we only want a loan for Rashford. 2 days later, went in for Nico Williams and they're ready to pay his release clause. This is what we're dealing with. All our players are like bottom barrel to these guys. Like they always come with this loan talk. They never want to spend the money. Bayern's got the money. They tried to go for Luis Diaz. They didn't go through. Barcelona's there. They're talking about they're going to come in for him after they've dealt with all their priority targets. So Rashford's going to go, but it's just like, you just want it to happen ASAP. And he's on 320k a week. So if he doesn't take a pay cut, is Barca and Bayern both going to sit there and say, yeah, we'll pay for the... Come on, man. It's a bit mad. We have to take a pay cut. I know he's going to take a pay cut for Barca. He's already said, he'll take a pay cut for Barca because it's his dream move. He wants it to happen. He's twerking for Lamine Yamal. He's the best player. You want to play with the best, blah, blah, blah. He went on a Spanish podcast. He's talking about the sun and Barcelona's nice. And, bro, he really wants to go Barca. But to have Bayern Munich there as well, just putting the pressure is nice. So it seems like a lot of these players they've got options. Hojlund's got Inter Milan. Rashi's got Barca and Bayern. Anthony's got... what's that team called? Real Betis. Sancho's got Juventus. They've got options, innit? The only players that haven't got no options, no one ain't coming for Luke Shaw. No one ain't coming for Nana. Monaco came in and they couldn't agree wages. They just dropped it out. Casemiro, myth. Now he's staying. So our players, it's like the whole world watches Man United games and it's like, nope, I'm not taking him. He's shit. He's shit. He's shit. So it's nice to see anyway, man. He's got 2 clubs in for him. Hopefully we move him on ASAP and then we can just carry on with our rebuild, literally. Yeah, so I'll just run through what's going on. This is Freedom Fighter. This is the Freedom Fighter. This basically came out all early about the Freedom Fighter. And it was just Jadon Sancho is now willing to release his... So he wants to release his wage. And it took this geezer so long to even reduce his wage. If you lot see how long, because I do this every day, I see the reports come out every day. Fenerbahce was going to pay the whole wage, but he said, I'm not going to Turkey. I'm in my prime. I'm not going there. Chelsea, he wouldn't reduce the wage for them. He said, no way. Napoli, that just won the league, he said, I'm not reducing my wage for them. He's on a different thing. Now he's turning around and going, yeah, boom. This guy's funny. Yeah, he is up his arse though, I'll be real. But yeah, man, Sancho wants to reduce his wage. I'll just summarize it all up. Sancho's ready to reduce his wage now for Juventus. Everything that's come out today has been positive about Sancho. I've never seen a day like this for Sancho, how positive it is. He really, really wants the freedom. The freedom is close. The freedom fighter has nearly won the battle, bro. He's freedom battle. But positive contacts, they're saying that a full agreement between Sancho and Juventus is close. So they might close it on the personal terms. Soon as they close it on the personal terms, the 25 million fee is already there, globalized, worldwide. When you chat to Sancho, sort yourself out with him. Soon as you're ready, just bring us the 25 million and you can have him. It's already been known for everyone. That's it. We don't want to negotiate, nothing. Just come, give us our 25 million, see you later. Obviously, there's talks about other players being involved and whatnot, but yeah, I don't think we're interested in Douglas Luiz, Timothy Weah, and Vlahovic. Vlahovic is on 310k. So that's another obstacle. That's what we're trying to get rid of now. Sancho's on 300 or 280. Rashford's on 320. We're trying to get rid of these type of guys. Casemiro's going next season for free. He's done. So by that time, them 3 are gone. There's no one even close to 300. Everyone's on 150s and that. Cunha's on 150. And Mbeumo is meant to be coming in on 150. This is what I'm saying. We're trying to switch it up where it makes sense. We can buy players healthy. And that's what's messing at us. We can't buy no players now because the wages are too high, especially for players that don't even play. So that's the situation. Sancho has dropped his wage. It should happen. Laurie Whitwell spoken in Mbeumo and said, bro, the price is going up every day, bro. The price is going up every day. They're using fake stories of Spurs' bid, 70 million. We all know that was false. We all know that was fake. It came out. David Ornstein said it the other day. Spurs did not bid 70 million. They're saying it's not true. It's just a rumor. So that Darren guy from the Mirror is an idiot that made the bit, that said it, came out and made the story. Obviously, it got probably put out there by Brentford themselves so that we can come and do a bidding war. But this is not the same Man United that they think we're playing with. The same Man United from before with the Glazers would have went in there and paid the 70 million on the spot when there's no 70 million bid. So now they're saying, yo, we paid 55.7.5, the same as Cunha, because you said you want Cunha money. Now they're turning around and going, we want a higher fee than Cunha because Mbeumo's stats are better. And the idea that Spurs bid 70 million is being used by Brentford as a gauge, but Spurs are denying to me and other people that they made a bid. Spurs never made a bid for 70 million. This is what I'm saying. So Brentford are trying to play some mad game here, just trying to squeeze every last penny out of us. That's all they're doing. And it's just saying basically like, obviously we just wanted to pay 30 million on top of Cunha for the lap, remember? He rejected us and then we turned our whole thing to Mbeumo. So now we're basically paying double. So that's why it's taking a bit of time because they're trying to squeeze everything out of us. We're trying to hold back. We're not trying to let it be known Man United are still overpaying. Last season, we had Braithwaite. We put in a bid for 45 million plus 5. We thought that's what he's worth. Everton rejected it. We put in another bid for 50 million or something. Everton rejected it 170. We walked away. So I think they're trying to set a little precedent to say, yo, we're kind of close, but we're not going to walk away from this one because we're kind of close, but we're not going to get bumped. So that's why it's taking so long. So that's the situation. There's going to be a crunch point at some point soon. The 7th of July is when most players are expected back for pre-season. What does Brian Mbeumo do when he's supposed to report in for Brentford? Is he going to down tools? He's going to say, you lot are taking a piss. They've gave you the money you're asking for because they asked for Cunha money. They said, we want Cunha money for Mbeumo. Now they're talking about they want more money than Cunha. What are we doing here? Talking about Spurs bids that didn't even happen. They're trying to make us just go mad and just bid a mad Maguires, but it's not going to happen. Obviously, we're getting cautious with it, but hopefully it cuts through. Ollie Watkins, everything's come out in the last few days about Ollie Watkins. It's been widely reported that we're interested in him. Ollie Watkins is on the list. They are considering that. Watkins' situation at Villa is an interesting one. They were open to selling him to Arsenal in January. Villa wanted 60 million and Arsenal valued him at 40 million, which is right. He's about a 40 million pound player. He's 29. You can't be paying 60 million for him. So maybe the price automatically maybe might be too much for United's blood at this point if they do push forward with the pursuit. So basically, after we've sold Hojlund or whatever and we've got the money for a striker, we're not buying him for 60 million. It's not going to happen. So that's what they're trying to say. The money might be too mad. Because remember, there's no resale value on him. Soon as you buy him, he's 29. You give him a 4 or 5 year contract. Next time he comes for a next contract, he's walking for free. He's going to be 33, going Saudi or something, or going to play in the championship. He's not going to be sitting there trying to get another contract. It's not going to happen. So that's the situation. Let's see what Slice is saying. Ollie Watkins is such a great buy if it happens, but not for 60 million. Exactly. I'll go as far to say 45. I'll give him 45. I've looked at his stats. He scored 15 goals in his last 3 seasons, so I'll give him 45. I'm cool with that. Yeah, I'll give him 45 still. I'm 100%. He's a good striker. He is a good striker. He is. Yeah, 45. 45 and maybe a 5 add-ons. But I wouldn't go no more than that. No way. But yeah, man. United first asked for Ollie Watkins in 2020 before he went to Aston Villa. And then, so basically, we was in for him when he was playing for Brentford. Before he even went for Villa. But we didn't act on it. This is when the Glazers are full on it. We're in for Caicedo. He was £3 million. We never acted on it. There's so much players that we used to scout. Duran. Oh, mate, we've scouted so much players and we just never acted on it. Now, this new regime, you can see they're getting the gems from young, at least. They're getting these gems in from young, these Aiden Heavens for 1 million. Obi Chido, 1 million. The JJ kid, they're getting these little young boys now and they're parking them off and let them grow. We wasn't acting on it before and now we're trying to buy the guy for 40, 50 million. It's crazy, man. But yeah, man, this is not a window where you're going to see substantial signings of the likes of Hojlund, who are not ready to play in the Premier League. Amrin wants Premier League ready players. We only want proven players now. We don't want to give them a 6 months. Oh, you got to wait for him a year. No, give us someone that's ready now. Amrin knows he had a bad season. He needs to hit the ground running. He already told us all, by December, if you're still going to peak, we're in the bottom half of the table, we need to change. He will walk. So he's saying to them, yo, if you lot believe in me, I'm not saying go and get the whole of Sporting. I'm just saying, get me some players that are proven in this league and I'll do my bit. That's what it seems like. Or get me some players that score goals. Gyökeres is our top striker that we want. He wants to go Arsenal because of the Champions League. Osimhen is next. He's on a mad wage. He don't want to drop his wages. And he's turning down Saudi money. If you're turning down Saudi money and you still want money, wages to be high, no one knows what you want, mate. I ain't seen him linked to no club in England. Osimhen. and he's a top striker. But this is what we're dealing with. So obviously, you've got to look at backups now. Delap's gone Chelsea. So now who else is there? Watkins is in the top 10 top goal scorers. Like I said, he scored 15 goals for 3 seasons in a row. It's a shout. Do you know what I mean? I'm with it. Freedom fighter. Obviously, I showed you the article already about this. This is the positive one that he wants to join. He's reducing his wage, etc. And then recently, this just came out from Alfredo that he's moved to Juventus is imminent. Man United and Juventus reportedly agreeing on a 25 million fee. Basically, Juventus know we want 25 million, and they're ready to pay it when it gets to that time. Not reporting as in like it's ready to go now. They said it a bit mad. But Sancho and Juventus are close to agreeing personal terms. Let them agree personal terms first, and then it's more or less done. Jadon Sancho is reportedly pushing for a transfer to Juventus, has already agreed to a pay cut to facilitate the move. Juventus leads the race ahead of Napoli. Napoli's not in the race, so that's a bit over-exaggerated. Napoli dropped it out. They don't want him no more. They're going for Dan Doye, whatever his name is, from Bologna. And Noah Lang, sorry. He's from PSV. Man United look to finalise a permanent exit for the player. We don't want to do no more loans. We don't want no more Buchanans, people opting out for 5 million. No, just get rid of him. Yeah, see you later. Literally, this is what we got to be doing now. Cutthroat. Obviously, there's been rumours that we might do a swap deal. Vlahovic, he's on 310k. I doubt we'll go for him. The money's too much. Timothy Weah, I don't really know how good he is or whatever. And then there's Douglas Luiz that apparently we might want. And it's been reported here, Man United appreciate Douglas Luiz's profile, and he could become a key piece in Juventus's move for Jadon Sancho. I like Douglas Luiz. I've always watched him. I thought he's a baller. And we need a midfielder as well. So to have someone that ain't playing at the moment, as in Sancho, to swap him with a midfielder, it only gives us leverage. It's only good for us. But when you look at Douglas Luiz's injury issues this year, it's very alarming. That's one thing I would say. Hamstring injury, 41 days. Muscle fatigue, muscular problems, rest, muscle fatigue. You look at how much games he's missed. Like, that's 20 games right there in front of us. He's missed 20 games last season. And that's one thing we don't need. We've already got players that are going to AFCON next season. We've got Ahmad and Mbeumo, if we sign them, of course. Onana, Mazraoui, they're all going to AFCON. So we're going to need as much players we can have. We can't have a player that's already gone the last season, missing 20 games with all these injury problems, bringing him in, and then he's just a burden on us now. And then we're trying to get him on. And you got to remember, the Italian league is one of the slowest leagues. So if you're getting injured like this in the Italian league, what's going to happen to you when you're getting pressed 100 miles per hour in the Prem? Because everyone presses everyone. I don't know no matter who you're playing. So if you're moving like this, then it's going to get a bit harder. You might get injuries galore, bro. So I like Douglas Luiz. I would love to us to have him, but it's just the injuries a bit, Do we take that into consideration? Do we pre that and go, nah, it's not worth it? I don't know, man. It's a weird one still, but that's the only thing that is putting me off. You can't miss 20 games in the Italian league and have all these problems. I think you're going to come to the Prem where you're getting pressed at. And even Amrin's whole system is intensity, remember. His whole thing is running at you, up and down, being athletic. How are we gonna handle it in the Prem? Being up and down. If you can't do it in the Italian league, how the hell are you going to do it in the Prem? That's what I'm saying. Why is Mbeumo not saying anything if Brentford are putting this deal and his dream move to United in jeopardy? That's what I'm saying. It's a weird one. It must be super close then, isn't it? It must be super close where you think it's going to happen. I think if it was to blow out of control or we bidded one more time, 65 million, for example, and they said, nope, rejected, we want 70. That's when it's like, I think he will have to come out and say, bruv, you lot are moving mad. I've got 1 year left. I'm not signing a contract. He'll probably do something mad like that. But yeah, I think it's a bit close where he's still got the hope in it. They're telling him, relax, it's going to work. Don't worry. Just chill. Brentford's probably telling him, listen, we're just trying to get some money. We got you. Man United's probably telling him it's going to happen. Just chill. So he's relaxed right now. But I think if we was to bid something reasonable, they said they wanted Cunha money. Let me go back to it so you lot can see what's going on. They said they wanted Cunha money. As you can see, this second report, Cunha money is 62.5 million, yeah? The second bid that David Ornstein reported, 55 plus 7.5, 62.5 million, the same fee as Cunha. Brentford were pinching for a higher fee than Cunha, given Mbeumo stats and the idea that Spurs bid 70 million. So they asked for Cunha money. We want the same money as Cunha. We've bidded that money. Now they're saying he's better than Cunha. We want more money. And then everyone's sitting there and going, why is Man United taking so long? They're trying to bump us. They're sitting there trying to gauge a bid. Spurs bid 70 million, which was being used by Brentford as a gauge. But Spurs are denying to me and other people that they made a bid. So it's like me sitting in a room with you and saying, the geezer from across the road offered me £500 for this. Bro, there's no evidence of that. I'm just telling you, I've been offered £500 for something, and you're sitting across the table trying to buy something off me for £200. I'm saying, I got offered £500 from over there. There's no evidence. That's what's happening here. There's been no bid. David Ornstein come out and said Spurs ain't bidded. Laurie Whitwell saying he hasn't been told Spurs bidded, but they're saying Spurs bid 70 mil, so we went around 70 mil. Bro, they're going mad. So this is what's taking long, is because they're actually doing weird stuff. Do you get it? They're doing weird stuff. They're saying they want Cunha money. We've gave them 62.5 million. That's what we spent for Cunha. Now they're saying Mbeumo's better than Cunha. Look at his stats. You know what I'm saying? And now they're talking about Tottenham bids that never even happened. It's mad. So we just got to be patient in it. But you can see they're trying. Man United's come. They're rubbing their hands and they're trying to just finesse us. Brian Mbeumo, my advice now, force move, tell Brentford I'm not going pre-season training. Bruv, that's what I'm saying to you. I think it's kind of close where he doesn't need to do that yet. Let's see after the next bid. If they reject it, then I think he's going to have to. Tottenham never bid, never go and beat United. Bruv, he already came out and said if he doesn't go to United, he'll stay at Brentford. He's come out, Newcastle wanted him, Arsenal wanted him, and Tottenham. He's already said, if I'm not going to Man United, I'm not leaving Brentford. Are you seeing what he's saying here? He's saying, I only want United. He's on a different thing. Now we go third bid, 65.3. Hopefully, man. Hopefully we bid, man. Like I showed you anyway, the geezer said that we're going to bid. United nad. He said we're going to bid today. Bro, we got 25 minutes left. We've got 25 minutes to 12 o'clock, bro. Or he's cancelled. But yeah, that's the situation with Mbeumo anyway. Where did I get up to? Watkins, yeah, I told you about him basically. He's just on the list, bro. I don't really want Watkins. He's not my top choice. He'll probably be like third or fourth, but I will take him. This is the situation with Sancho. That's a nice little four, I'll be real. I think he's going to go out there and ball anyway. But yeah, the freedom fighter's close to getting his freedom. Big up him. All the best. This is where I got up to. Douglas Luiz. Yeah, his injury issue just looks mad for me. But Mazraoui had a little injury issue. But by the time he came to United, I don't think he's been injured once or twice. I know we've had to rest him a few games, but he's kept it stern. But this just seems mad. This is all in one season. He's missed 100 days and 20 games with all injuries, and that's in the Italian league. Ruben wants an intensive style, intensity. He wants athletes. So if you're getting injured for all of these things in the Italian league, which is one of the most slowest leagues, I don't know what you're gonna do with Ruben wanting us to press 24/7 and just being in the Prem anyway, where you're getting pressed 24/7, like 100 miles per hour anyway. So I don't know if it's gonna work out for Douglas Luiz anymore. He might just be broken, you know what I mean? So we'll see in it. But I like Douglas Luiz as a player. I think he's a baller. Injuries are crazy, man. And what we're dealing with already, we got Mason Mount, Luke Shaw. We can't afford to have another player like that with having Mbeumo if we get him, Ahmad, Mazraoui, and Mbeumo, Mazraoui, Ahmad. Who else is there that's going to go to AFCON? No. All four of them going on AFCON. We can't be losing more players, man. Time to bid something around there. I think it's going to be 65. We'll see, though. Hopefully tomorrow, man. Or Friday, like you said. My man, we don't want no swap Juventus, just cash. Yeah. I said that. It came out earlier that we might be able to do it, but we just want cash. Give us the 25 million letter, bro. Straight up. Rasmus Hojlund, they're calling him. What are they calling him in the chat right now? Let me go to what they're calling him in the chat. Madness. Yeah, Rasmus is more likely to leave. He's more likely to leave Manchester United and stay this summer as it stands. It would also more likely be a permanent sell than a loan. Inter Milan are firmly there. So Inter Milan really, 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 really want Rasmus Hojlund. I don't know why, bro. I don't know why. They've got 4 strikers already. I don't know what they're trying to squad build for. Unless they're going to start selling some strikers, it don't make no sense. They got Thuram, Martinez, Taremi. They just bought Bonnie, who is the same age as Hojlund. So I thought, yep, Hojlund's off the cards, but he's not. This came out today. So that'll be 5 strikers. And then they've got Fabrizio Romano, who came out 4 days ago and said, still no agreement between Inter Milan and Manchester United for Rasmus Hojlund. They want a loan with an option to become an obligation with easy conditions. But United are saying permanent only. We ain't got time for these obligations or these tricks. We saw what happened last year with Sancho. We said obligation. If you finish 14th, anything 14 down to first, it's obligation. Somehow Chelsea found a loophole. How they always find a loophole. They're selling their women's team to themselves. They're selling hotels to themselves. They're always finding loopholes. Now they found a loophole, 5 million, and got out the deal with Sancho. We ain't trying to do no more loan obligations. That's probably giving us PTSD, where we're saying, yo, permanent only. Get this geezer out of here. We don't want to be in the same position next year. Because it'll be like short-term gain. He goes now, we're all happy, we buy someone else, and then next year he comes back and we're stuck with him again. So Laurie Whitwell's come out today and said, yo, it's more likely to be a permanent sell, and Rasmus Hojlund is more likely to leave Manchester United as it stands. And you've got Fabrizio that came out 4 days ago and basically said the same thing. So that's very positive, that we're standing firm. We want this guy to go for good. No joking. You had this that come out so recently, literally at 10 o'clock on the dot, more or less. Fabrizio's come out and said, after Jonathan David deal done, Juventus called Manchester United and Jadon Sancho's camp. So basically, it's still going on, this Sancho talk. So all these talks that are coming out about Sancho from Italy, it's all true, basically. He's basically just verifying it, because he hasn't really said nothing new that we haven't heard today, but he's just saying, listen, Juventus have been in contact with his camp. Fenerbahce are out of the race. They've never been in concrete talks. Juventus made contact to discuss conditions of a deal. More clubs have also reached out to Jadon Sancho. I don't like that last word, though, that last line. More clubs, because this is when he starts thinking, do I have to drop my wage when I've got more clubs in for me? And then they're going to end up keep dropping out. Because remember, he started with 3 clubs, Chelsea, Fenerbahce and Napoli. He's dropped out 3 clubs over his wage. Now he's here with Juventus. So if more clubs get involved now, where are we going to be at in the next 2-3 days? So that's a situation with freedom fighter Onana. It's come out that there's no real expectation that he's going to leave. And that's because he's got no suitors. Literally nobody wants Onana. That's the scary thing about it. And this is what I'm saying about our players. It's like everybody watches Man United and everyone can see how shit we are. So no one wants Onana. Saudi was meant to come and bail us out. That's what we was hoping for. Onana's gonna go Saudi. Onana's gonna go Saudi. They don't want him. Saudi don't even want him. And then Fabrizio put on his thing just before I came on stream. So about an hour ago, Fabrizio put on his Facebook, here we go, it's coming. I don't know who that's for. It could be for us. It could be for someone else. I don't know. But he put that up. I still ain't seen it, here we go on his page. So I don't know why he's doing that, but who knows? This is from Ollie Watkins all earlier on, basically just telling us that, listen, we want Victor Gyökeres, but his eyes are on Arsenal, so we're not going to wait around. We're gonna make moves, basically, because we can wait forever if we're waiting for Gyökeres. He's going to be £60 million. We're never going to pay that. United are unwilling to pay that much. We've already made it evident. Ruben Amorim views Watkins as ideal. Watkins is open to joining Old Trafford, but he's like 3rd choice, I'll say. If we can't get our main guys, we'll go for Watkins. Laurie Whitwell basically said the same thing earlier as well that I just showed you lot. So yeah, he's about 60 million. Mbeumo, we had United NAD and United District, who are 2 good sources for Man United news, isn't it? They're good sources. They'll leak the lineup sometimes, etc. But they've come out today for some weird reason. Just woke up today and said, Man United are due to submit a third offer to sign Mbeumo from Brentford today. No one asked them to say this. As you can see, the time and the date at the bottom, 9 in the morning, they said that we're going to bid the third bid for Mbeumo. Mate, it's 11:42 and there's no bid gone in, mate. So I think it's never too late for them to delete it, but it's still there, I'm guessing. Man United are set to submit a fresh bid for Bryan Mbeumo today, following fresh round of talks. United want him to be at the club first day for Amrin's pre-season training. Pre-season training starts on the 7th, which is Tuesday or something, I don't know, Monday. So yeah, they're cancelled anyway. Any info they're talking about, no, we're taking it with a pinch of salt from today because, yeah, you've gone mad. Easiest way to cancel yourself is just to chat shit. We need to start selling so we can be able to buy more. 100%, Abdul. 100%. That's what we're trying to do now. It seems like we're trying to get into the sell bag. Rashi, Sancho, Anthony, etc. Sell these. Hojlund's leaving. It's been said today. So we're onto them. We're onto them. Pushing a striker out when we have no other striker. Says United already have a new striker lined up and confident of him coming. Whoever he is. Millions of people watch United, but nobody wants the players. What a crazy... I told you. It's like everyone's watching us, but no one's got faith they're going to go there and shine. Apart from, like, unless they want to take them on loan or undercut us. Like Sancho, they want him, but obviously they're not going to pay his wage. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's mad. But as we've seen today anyway, Sancho's dropped his wage. So Juventus, surely. This is the last news. It's all about Marcus Rashford. He's always been sitting there and twerking for Barcelona. Yeah, I want Barca. I want to play with the best. Lamine Yamal, blah, blah, blah. He done a Spanish podcast interview the other day. He was chatting to them about Barcelona and he likes it here and da-da-da-da. And basically, Sportbild, who was a good German source, just came out and said, Bayern Munich are the newest club interested in Marcus Rashford. His name is in Munich's long list. And they got Barcola on that list, Nico Williams, Luis Diaz, and Rafael Leao. The Barcelona fan page has basically told us about Mundo Deportivo, who is reliable for like Barcelona Spanish news. And he says both Bayern and Barca have the same 3 players on their radar. Nico Williams, Marcus Rashford, and Luis Diaz. So let me see what this is. Jadon Sancho has been told if he wants a football career, then time accept wages around 287. We might have to cover some of them. This is what I'm saying, man. This geezer's wages are too mad, bruv. And he never wants to drop them. But apparently, one of the articles says that he's dropped his wages, right? So, I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see the fallout if United pull the plug on Mbeumo. I know, right? I know. But if they bid 65 million and Brentford don't accept it, we will all understand why, like, we have to pull the plug. We get it now. They're taking the piss. And all these reports coming out and saying what they're saying will help their cause as well. But, yeah. Liverpool, if you look at that list anyway, the main 3 is Nico Williams, who's agreed terms of Barcelona, Marcus Rashford, who's 40 million euros, and then you got Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz, they tried to put in a bid for him today, and he got rejected straight away. He's not for sale. Barca tried it about a few weeks back, not for sale. So Luis Diaz is not on no one's list anymore. Nico Williams has agreed personal terms with Barcelona, and he's told them, Barca, or I'm staying at Athletic Club. This is my dream. Like, I'm staying here. So, Rashford's the only guy. So, Bayern Munich hopefully can sway him and say, yo, you're waiting for Barca forever. Just come over here and we got a spot for you. Remember, they just lost Leroy Sané as well, you know. They lost Leroy Sané. They got a winger spot there waiting for someone to come and just collect it. So, that's the situation with him, man. I reckon he goes to Bayern and will rip it up over there with Musiala and Elise. He'll do his thing as well. But even if he goes to Barca, it's got so much space to run into that he will kill it regardless. Rafinha and Lamine on the wings. But with Barca, you might be like a backup. You might be Lewandowski's second in command. That might be the situation. Moise Kean, we go for a third bid just over 9. I don't think Moise Kean's a strong link, man. Everyone that's linked him to us to Moise Kean hasn't been reliable. And he don't suit the style. He's not like a Ruben type of player. I don't really think he suits it. And he has to get, and look at what I just showed you about Ruben. What did they say about him? He wants Prem proven. Look at the second document. It says Amrin wants Premier League ready players. This is not a window where you're going to see substantial signings of the likes of Hojlund who are not ready to play in the Premier League immediately. So that being said, we're not going to go for Moise Keane and give him 6 months or a year because Amrin might be sacked by then. We can't. He don't want to risk it. He wants to get players that are ready now, so there's no excuse. If we go out there next season and finish in the second half of the table, there's no excuse now on Ruben. Last season, we can say, we didn't score goals. Hojlund was trash. Garnacho missed a lot of chances. Blah, blah, blah. He's got excuses, innit? He didn't have no pre-season. There's a lot of things that wasn't in account. But this season, he's going to have his pre-season. He's going to get a few players in. We have to hit the ground running. I'm not saying we got to win anything, but we got to be respectable. Even if we're like around 6th and 5th, do you know what I mean? That's what it has to be. But it can't be where we've got players like Moise Keane and he's missing chances left, right and centre. We can't do all of that. That's madness. Can't think any more wingers. We don't really we're not even in for wingers. We want 10s. What was that? Say. Should we get all of our targets? Gyökeres and Mbeumo with Cunha, say Costa, midfielder, just say. If we got all of our targets, I would say top 6. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. We should be top 6. I don't want to say anything before that because we need to see what happens when Amrin actually implements his style this season. He's going to implement it now. Remember, last season he was playing counter-attack. He started playing Casemiro. He banished Casemiro for like 8 games in a row. And then he said, you know what, I'm going to get him in there and just have someone close to him. So we dropped out. He had his style still, but he still had it a bit counter-attacky. So this season he's saying he's in a whole pre-season and do his proper style. We got to see what he comes out with. Do you understand? There's all this talk, it only works in Portugal. Let's see what happens, innit? But hopefully Ahmad right wing back, Mbeumo's and Cunha and a good striker. And obviously we get rid of Onana, hopefully. Obviously it looks like Onana's going to stay with all the reports. But if he doesn't stay, where's the Onana thing? If he doesn't stay, then and we get a good keeper, then it's promising. But having Onana, he can throw the ball in the back of the net any sort of game. You just never know with it. My aim is just to try and score more goals and finish. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Top 6, man. Hopefully Champions League is 5 places. Get in the Champions League, maybe 5th. I'll be good with that. So, and then the season after that, that's when we got to be kicking. It's been reported that we're going to go for a proper midfielder next year. So, yeah, man. And a proper defender. That's the situation, man. I would say 6th, 7th, unless we do a Leicester City. We said 21st is coming, yeah? Yeah, man. So that's the situation, man. That's everything wrapped up. Jadon Sancho, freedom fighter. He's close to leaving, which is very, very, very good news because we ain't heard this one in ages. Rashi's on Barca's list and Bayern Munich now. That list is getting smaller and smaller. Can't we go for Belieber in the midfield? Nah, we ain't got money to even buy a striker. Never mind Belieber. I think next season we would. Next season, remember that they're trying to get goals in now and then go backwards. So get the goals in now. The next season we could go for like a midfielder and a defender. So I think next season. So yeah, Rashi's on Barca's list and he's on Bayern. So that's another club now. Mbeumo, United NAD and United District are basically cancelled. There's about, 9 minutes to 12 o'clock. I still ain't seen no bid. So forget about them geezers. You hear anything about them, don't even take it serious. Ollie Watkins is linked with us. Gyökeres is still the favourite, of course, but he's second in command. Onana's looking like he's going to stay because nobody wants him. Sancho, it's just basically being reported that, yeah, it's true. All this talk about Sancho and Juventus. So it is getting close. Blah, blah, blah. Great show, fella. No bullshit. I look forward to the next one. Love, bro. Appreciate it, man. I told you lot, man. Make sure you subscribe if you're here. We do this every day for you lot. 2-3 times a day. I give you all the Man United news. You make up your mind or whatever. I don't want to convince no one or not. I just give you my opinion and I pull it out there for you to see. So, yeah, love for that. I appreciate it, man. Make sure you lot subscribe, man. This is only the beginning, bro. Wait till the Matchday Vlogs come. It's going to get madder. If Brian reject Kevin Clivert. Who's that? Who's Kevin Clivert? Who you talking about? Justin Clivert from Bournemouth. They're taking the piss with Man United. Who's taking the piss? What team? Brentford. From good sources. Kevin Clivert. Who's? Oh, you're talking about Justin Clivert. His name's Justin. I swear his name is Justin Clivert, bro. Man said Kevin Clivert. Where is that? I think Semenyo will be an option on the wing if Mbeumo doesn't go through. Semenyo's £70 million, man. And Semenyo, he's good at everything, but he doesn't score a lot of goals. He had the worst shot conversion rate at one stage. So where we get fed up with Garnacho, mate, Semenyo is basically alike. He does everything better, and it's a bit more smoother, but he misses a lot of chances. Man said Kevin Clivert. He's called Justin Clivert, man. Hey, Lucky, you're funny, man. You'll soon have the subs. Come on, come in. Keep them when you're doing them. Come here, 100%, man. I'm not even worried about that, man. You know me. I'm just coming through every day, giving you all the news. Soon as the games start again, we'll be doing Matchday Vlogs, the whole lot of reviews, reactions, match previews. I'll be getting the panel, Arsenal fans, Chelsea, whatever. We're going to have the whole thing down crazy, man. This is only the beginning, bro. Love for that, though. Appreciate it, man. So, yeah, that's the situation with Sancho and Onana. Hojlund's leaving. That's been solidified from Fabrizio. We only want a permanent transfer. Laurie Whitwell said the same thing. Douglas Luiz has been linked. He might be involved in the Sancho deal. I'm not really feeling him for his injury stuff. This is a freedom fighter. This is more a report about him. Ollie Watkins is basically from Laurie Whitwell. We're just saying, yeah, we're interested in him. They want 60 million. He might be going for 40. And Laurie Whitwell just talks about Mbeumo and just says, yeah, basically they wanted Cunha money. We offered them Cunha money. Now they're saying, well, he's got more stats than Cunha. So now we're talking about that. And then they're talking about 70 million. They're just chatting shit, basically. So, yeah, man, that's all of it wrapped up. I appreciate all of you lot being in the chats. Big up yourself. Everyone that was inside, if you don't subscribe, make sure you subscribe. We do this every day. And we keep it up to date with all the Man United news. Peace out. I'll see you all tomorrow in a bit.
Got some more celebs, pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm local. For now, I'm the service, I'm more